What is going on, everyone? RexBebop here again, and today we're going to be talking about the AEW video game, or as it's now known as AEW Fight Forever. So today, being May 4th, some more info finally dropped, or more character models finally dropped, and from what I can see, since the Jungle Boy update 7 months ago, yeah, it's been that long since they've said anything else about this game. I want to say right now, Kris Statlander and Nyla Rose look good from what this video game is trying to do, for what Yukes and the crew working on this is trying to do. It looks good. It clearly needs more polishing, but after 7 months, it's just like, why they look like they got gorilla grips for hands? That's like my only big criticism. Is just like, aside from the polish, just like the hands look so fucking massive. That's like the only other thing I can really say. It's just like they look like giant big ass hands. I don't know why. Yukes is modeling the gameplay after the Aki engine from No Mercy, so which is why it has more of an arcade feel to it, which is fine by me. I've already discussed what I would like for this to, what I kind of expect them to go with, given since this is AEW and this is a Yukes doing this shit again, doing a wrestling game again. I made a video months ago, during this channel's early stages, about what my ideas would be for it. So I'm gonna put that somewhere in the description or within the video or something. Anyway, it's going to PC, not just consoles, and they're gonna be more reliant on gameplay than broadcast quality graphics. So basically, it's just as you can see, the tone what they're going for is just we're gonna give a shit about more the gameplay rather than oh, it looks good, which I'm not saying this looks bad at all. I'm not gonna come out here and say this looks bad at all, because it really doesn't. I do feel it does need a hell of a lot more polish, but especially after months since the last update, it's just I expected this just to be just a bit better, but I'm not gonna be out here saying, oh, it looks like shit, it looks like absolute shit. I'm not gonna do that, because it doesn't look like shit. It looks good for what it is right now. And again, this is still in the development stage anyway. I would say this is still in the alpha at least. And one other thing besides the giant man hands I'm seeing, the giant gorilla grips, I would say the bouncing after a move is the bouncing up and down. This is they're in a fucking Bouncy Castle or some shit. This is from what we saw with the Nyla versus Statlander gameplay, or the little snippet. I'm what's with the little bounce? No, don't do that. Don't do that. And also, there's a little article going around about AEW and Yukes butting heads over this thing by article by Michael Straw of Sports Gamers Online. I'm definitely gonna leave a link for this. I don't know about this one, because it's he might be onto something. I don't know where he's getting this fucking source from, but I know for a fact not that it's I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm thinking too many behind the scenes shit. And there's even stuff on here Kenny Omega's being taken advantage of by Yukes. Working with Yukes has been a pain in the ass and shit like that. But it's just I need to hear this from Kenny. I thought about this all day, and I'm thinking to myself I need to hear this from Kenny. It's according to those close to the game's development, Omega's found himself frustrated and hating working with Yukes. And these were in quotation marks. One person even claimed that it came across as Yukes trying to take advantage of the inexperienced Omega in his position. And these are in quotes. So yeah, I'm definitely going to leave this in the description where you guys can read this. I'm just saying, take this with a grain of salt. Kenny hasn't announced anything yet. So far from today alone, it looks like, okay, we're in, everything's real good for right now. The roster size is expected to feature 50 wrestlers at launch. AEW does want to increase the roster size via DLC post-launch due to the game not being made for a yearly release. I remember they were supposed to get updates, like day-to-day updates and shit. So if they go for a full DLC plan, which is again one of the things that I suggested that they do, like a Forbidden Door DLC with New Japan. I mean, they already have like ROH now. There's so much shit that's happened since I made that video. Like, thinking back on it, I'm like, wow. Yeah, there's still a ton of stuff they can do for DLC wise. But again, for right now, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, take this with a grain of salt, because it's just like, Kenny's the one working so close with this, and even Aubrey Edwards is another one who's working close with this, and we haven't heard shit from either one of them when it comes to like this article or these claims at all, like as I'm recording this anyway. So yeah, like I said, grain of salt. Really thought about this. I'm like, after all this, all that, months of silence, and then just this, it's just like, okay. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm looking forward to another option besides just the WWE games. And yes, I still play Fire Pro Wrestling, but in terms of like alternatives, that's why I'm really looking close to this and Wrestling Code, stuff like this. It's just like we just need more alternatives than just the WWE franchise at this point. 2K22 is really gone for like more the arcadey style. I'm really hoping that the AEW game, that Fight Forever does well enough to, to stand the test of time even years later, because people still talk about like No Mercy being still one of the best wrestling games of all time, even to this day. So just imagine what current day graphics can do for like a game like this, and just think about how massive the roster can be within DLC and all that, because they're gonna fucking do DLC. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Take care. Be safe.